Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going deep into the world of Yunhan, a really fascinating open library service platform that's developing in China. And we'll be exploring an official progress report from the Yunhan Alliance, really trying to get a sense of what Yunhan is all about and what they've been up to recently.
Yeah.
So to kick things off, maybe you could help us understand what exactly is Yunhan?
Yeah, so Yunhan is it's an ecosystem, really, I think is the best way to describe it.
Okay.
It's this network of libraries and tech companies all across China.
Right.
And they're really working together to modernize how libraries operate and share knowledge in this increasingly digital world.
That's really interesting. And when we talk about their overall goals, what is Yunhan really trying to achieve?
They're all about fostering the spirit of knowledge sharing. They want to really push the boundaries of technological innovation within libraries and create this vibrant collaborative community within the library sector.
So it's not just a small localized effort. Yunhan has a pretty impressive reach.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It was launched back in 2020 by some pretty big names in the library world. Shanghai Library, Shanghai Jiao Tong University Library, and Jiangsu Jiatu Network Technology Co.
Wow.
And it's grown exponentially since then. Just this past year, they welcomed 20 new members, bringing their total membership to 76.
76 members. That's incredible. What kind of organizations or individuals make up this membership?
Yeah, so it's a really diverse mix, and that's one of Yunhan's real strengths. They have 34 application members, mostly libraries, and then 42 developer members, and those are mostly tech companies.
Wow.
And I think this blend of expertise is really crucial to their success because it means they're not just coming up with innovative ideas, but they also have the technical know-how to actually bring those ideas to life.
That makes a lot of sense. But with so many members, how do they keep everything running smoothly and make sure everyone's on the same page?
So they've actually restructured their governance model this year to kind of enhance member participation and create a more sustainable community.
Yeah.
And it's they've got 4 main committees. There's a community committee, an application committee, a technical committee, and an expert committee. And each of these committees has its own specific responsibilities, and they all work together to keep things moving in the right direction.
I'm really intrigued by this expert committee. What is their specific role in all of this?
They're really the guiding lights of the Yunhan community. They provide advice and guidance, helping to shape the overall direction of Yunhan's development.
Okay.
And get this, the expert committee alone has 68 members.
Wow. 68 experts. That's a pretty clear signal that they're serious about expertise. But all this talk about committees and governance makes me wonder what tangible outcomes have come from all this collaborative effort.
Right, so that's the really exciting part. Yunhan has been incredibly productive, especially in the past year. They've released several white papers and standard documents to guide development and promote technological advancement in the library industry. They've also created a Yunhan project pool where members can propose and develop applications for libraries, and they've even launched a knowledge base.
Hold on. That's a lot of information. Let's unpack this one step at a time. What kind of white papers are we talking about here? What are some of the topics they're focusing on?
They've tackled some really crucial areas. Just this year, they've released white papers on the demand for large language models in libraries. You know, those AI systems that can understand and generate human-like text.
Right.
They've also put out a white paper on visual inventory management, and they've even released specifications for their core suite API,
Okay.
which essentially allows different software systems to talk to each other.
So they're really laying the groundwork for real change in how libraries operate. It sounds like they're covering all the bases.
Yeah.
But what about this project pool? What kind of projects are they working on?
It's a really diverse mix, reflects the wide range of interests within the community. Over 20 projects have been submitted so far, and they cover everything from traditional library modules to things like cutting-edge applications involving AI, the metaverse, and even blockchain technology.
AI, the metaverse, blockchain. It sounds like they're really pushing the boundaries of what's possible in libraries. Are these projects just ideas, or are they actually coming to fruition?
They're definitely getting things done. 15 projects have already been completed.
Wow.
And more than 8 of these applications are now available in their app store.
Wait, they have their own app store.
They do. It's pretty impressive. And it really aligns perfectly with their emphasis on collaboration and knowledge sharing. They're basically building this entire ecosystem to support innovation in the library sector, which is really exciting to see.
It is. So let's shift gears for a moment and talk about that internal knowledge base you mentioned. What's the purpose of that?
It's all about fostering a culture of knowledge sharing and transparency within the community.
Yep.
They use it for everything from managing memberships to organizing documents, online collaboration, and making important announcements.
So it's like their own internal Wikipedia, but specifically tailored to the needs of the Yunhan community. What about spreading the word beyond their own members? How do they share their work with the wider library world?
They have a whole range of outreach initiatives. One of their key initiatives is a monthly online lecture series called Smart Library Technology Application Lecture.
Okay, I'm picturing a bunch of librarians huddled around their computers, eagerly soaking up the latest tech wisdom.
It might be a little more sophisticated than that, but you're not far off. These lectures have been really popular. They've had over 12,000 live views in the past year. And if you missed the live session, you can always catch the recordings. Those have attracted over 120,000 visits.
Wow. So they're reaching a really wide audience with these lectures. But what about those who prefer to read rather than watch? How do they reach those folks?
They've got that covered too. They published a monthly e-publication called Smart Library Technology Application Dynamics. And it basically disseminates knowledge and keeps everyone up to date on the latest trends and developments in the field.
So they're taking a multi-pronged approach to knowledge sharing, reaching people through various channels. Have they ventured into the offline world as well? Are they hosting any in-person events?
Definitely. They've actually held 3 major conferences in the past year alone,
Wow.
focusing on things like the practical applications of smart library technology, the role of AI in libraries and future trends in the field. And these conferences have been incredibly well attended, attracting over 2,000 offline participants
Wow.
and a whopping 200,000 online views and article reads.
That's incredible. They're clearly making waves and attracting a lot of attention.
They are. And they're also supporting academic discourse through their journal, Information and Management Research. They relaunched it this year with a focus on digital culture, information technology and public culture, and digital transformation. All topics that are really relevant to the future of libraries.
A journal, conferences, online lectures, e-publications. It's really impressive.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it all comes back to technology, right?
Absolutely. All of these initiatives are designed to support the development of Yunhan's technology, which is at the heart of everything they do.
Speaking of technology, what can you tell us about their core suite roadmap and the technology they're developing?
So this is where we get into the nuts and bolts of it all. Yunhan's core suite is constantly being iterated and upgraded. It's designed to be lightweight and meet the essential needs of most libraries, while also serving as the foundation for other more specialized products. And it's all open source, which is a major commitment to collaboration and transparency. By making their code freely available, they're encouraging others to build upon their work and contribute to the development of the platform.
I love that they're embracing the open source philosophy. What about integration with other systems and applications? How do they ensure that their technology can work seamlessly with other tools and platforms?
That's where their standardized API interface comes in. It's crucial for seamless integration with other applications and future development.
Okay, for those of us who aren't tech wizards, can you explain what an API is and why it's so important in this context?
So think of an API as a language that allows different software applications to talk to each other. By providing a standardized API, Yunhan is essentially creating a common ground for developers to build upon.
So instead of each application being a siloed island, they can all communicate and share data.
Exactly. It opens up a world of possibilities for innovation.
So what kind of functionality does the core suite offer right now? What can libraries actually do with it?
It covers a wide range of essential library functions, things like the online public access catalog, acquisition, circulation, collection management, data import, and even electronic resource management.
Okay, so they've got the present covered. What about the future? What's next on the horizon for Yunhan's technological development?
Well, they've hinted at plans to develop modules that meet even more diverse user needs.
Oh, interesting.
This could include modules for managing digital resources, facilitating space reservations, or even supporting specialized applications like visual inventory and AI-powered book discovery tools.
It sounds like they're just getting started.
Yeah.
And to support this growth, they've created the Yunhan App Store.
Right. It's a non-profit platform specifically designed to foster a professional and open library technology ecosystem. It already hosts 19 applications.
A nonprofit app store that's really innovative. I'm sensing a theme here. A deep commitment to collaboration, knowledge sharing, and open access. It's refreshing to see an initiative that prioritizes community over commercial interests.
You're absolutely right. That's really at the heart of Yunhan's mission and vision.
So what's next for Yunhan? What does the future hold for this ambitious project? What are they most excited about?
One thing is for sure, they're not resting on their laurels. They're really actively exploring the potential of AI to revolutionize how libraries operate.
AI and libraries. Now, that's a combination I'm really excited to see unfold.
Me too. It's a really exciting frontier, and Yunhan is clearly committed to exploring the full potential of AI to transform the library experience.
So let's dive in. What are some of the specific ways they're envisioning AI changing how we interact with libraries?
One area they've highlighted is AI-powered librarian assistance.
Ooh, interesting.
Imagine having a virtual assistant that can handle routine tasks, like answering common questions,
Right.
or guiding patrons to the resources they need.
But wouldn't that potentially lead to job losses for human librarians?
It's a valid concern, but I think it's more likely that AI will augment and enhance the role of librarians.
So instead of fearing AI as a job stealer, we should see it as a tool that can free up librarians to focus on more complex tasks.
Exactly. Things like research assistance, community outreach, and personalized learning support. It's about reimagining the possibilities of the profession.
I love that perspective. It's not about replacing humans, it's about empowering them to do even more. What other AI-powered innovations are they exploring?
They've also talked about digital librarians.
What are digital librarians?
AI-powered avatars that can interact with patrons in a more personalized and engaging way.
So you could actually have a conversation with a virtual librarian.
Precisely. You could ask for book recommendations, research assistance, even just have a conversation. It could be a game changer for people who feel intimidated by a human librarian or who just prefer to explore information independently.
That's fascinating. I can definitely see how that would appeal to younger generations.
Absolutely. It's about meeting patrons where they are and providing them with the tools they need in a way that feels natural and engaging.
Okay, I'm totally on board with the digital librarians. What about reading promotion? How can AI help get people excited about books and reading?
They've suggested hyper-personalized recommendations tailored to individual interests and reading habits. Imagine receiving suggestions that are so spot on you can't resist.
Sign me up. That's definitely a use of AI I can get behind. But personalization goes beyond just suggesting books, right?
You're right. It can personalize the entire library experience, from suggesting events to customizing the layout of the digital interface. It's about making the experience as seamless and engaging as possible.
It's like having a personal concierge for your intellectual journey. This is all so incredibly exciting, but I'm also curious about the potential downsides. We've all heard those cautionary tales about AI bias and the risks of algorithms reinforcing existing inequalities. How can Yunhan ensure that their AI implementations are fair, inclusive, and beneficial for everyone?
It's a really crucial question, and Yunhan's very aware of it. They've emphasized ethical AI development, making sure their systems are designed with fairness and transparency in mind.
So it's not just about the technology itself, but about the values and principles that guide its development.
Absolutely. They understand that AI is a powerful tool, but it needs to be used responsibly.
This has really opened my eyes to the potential of AI in libraries. But AI is just one piece of the puzzle.
Right.
Yunhan is also committed to standardization and building a sustainable, open technological ecosystem. I'm really starting to see the full scope of Yunhan's vision. It's not just about cool technology. It's about creating a sustainable infrastructure for innovation.
Absolutely. It's a truly holistic approach that recognizes the interconnectedness of everything.
It's inspiring. But with all this focus on the future, are they addressing the needs libraries have right now?
Yeah.
What about the challenges they're facing today?
They are. They're not just focused on big ideas, they're also providing practical tools that libraries can use right now.
Like what? Give us some examples.
One area they focused on is efficiency and effectiveness.
Okay.
Their core suite is designed to streamline tasks like cataloging, circulation, and acquisitions.
So it frees up staff time for other priorities.
Exactly. And they've also developed tools to support digital asset management.
Which is crucial in today's world.
You're absolutely right.
Libraries need to provide access to a wide range of digital resources.
They do, and Yunhan is providing the tools to make that transition.
This has been so enlightening. We've covered so much, from practical tools to the possibilities of AI. What other cool projects have they been working on?
Another one that I thought was really interesting is using blockchain technology for managing digital rights.
Yeah.
You know how libraries are always dealing with the complexities of ebooks and digital materials?
Yeah.
Well, this could be a real game changer for them.
Okay, blockchain, I know it's the thing behind cryptocurrency, but how does it actually apply to libraries? That sounds a little bit out there to me.
It's definitely cutting edge, but basically, blockchain creates this secure record of ownership and transactions. And that can be used for digital content too. It can help libraries acquire and lend digital materials much more easily.
So it's like a digital ledger that keeps track of who owns what.
That's a great way to put it. It could really simplify things for libraries and make it much easier for you to access the ebooks and audiobooks you want.
It sounds like they're really pushing the boundaries here.
They are, and it's not just about the technology, it's about using it to solve real-world problems for libraries and make things better for everyone.
What other neat apps have they developed?
There are also apps for in-person library experiences. Like there's this one that uses augmented reality to create interactive tours.
Augmented reality in the library.
I know, it lets you discover all these hidden things in the library
Oh, wow.
and learn about its history in this really fun way.
I can just imagine kids going on scavenger hunts in the library using augmented reality.
Exactly. There are so many possibilities. There are even apps that help libraries connect better with their communities, for things like organizing events or using social media.
Sounds like they've thought of everything. With
Mm.
all of this innovation happening in China, I'm curious, are we seeing similar things in other parts of the world? Is this a global trend?
It's a great question. And while Yunhan is unique, it's definitely part of a larger trend. Libraries everywhere are realizing how important technology is.
So libraries are understanding they need to change with the times.
Exactly. It's about recognizing how people are using information and making sure libraries can keep up and meet those needs.
It makes sense. Libraries need to adapt to stay relevant. And it sounds like initiatives like Yunhan are really leading the way.
They are. They're showing what's possible when you combine technology with a passion for libraries.
Well, this deep dive into Yunhan has been incredibly eye-opening. I'm really blown away by their vision and their dedication to making libraries better. What are your final thoughts?
I think Yunhan is a perfect example of what can happen when you blend technology with a deep understanding of what communities need. They're not just building tech for the sake of it. They're building a better future for libraries and for everyone who uses them.
I couldn't agree more. So for everyone listening, keep an eye out. I have a feeling we'll be hearing a lot more about Yunhan in the future. And who knows, maybe some of their innovations will show up at your local library soon.
I hope so. Libraries are changing so quickly, and Yunhan is at the forefront of that change. It's an exciting time to be involved in the world of libraries.
It really is. And that's a wrap for another deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those intellectual fires burning.